Okay, so we're just doing the second of 3 videos in sketching simple parabolas. Okay, so from the previous videos, video singular, we talked about the shape of a parabola has this sort of cup shape, and these are some examples like the pink, the yellow, and they're all parabolas. Okay, this you can see that there's a line of symmetry, but the line of symmetry is, in this particular case, the y-axis. And for this to occur, for this to be the axis of symmetry for these ones, it must take the form of some number of x squareds plus b. So you don't have 3 terms, and you don't have an x term. Okay, so the x term is missing. You don't have 3 terms. You can only have 2 terms, and the second term has to be a number. But the number could be 0, but I'm just saying you can't have 3 terms and you can't have an x term. So if you have, like for instance, y equals x squared plus x minus 3, there's 3 terms, so it won't be symmetrical. So not symmetrical. Symmetrical on the y-axis. Okay. So it has to be in the form of some numbers of x squareds, and that first value can be plus or minus, and a value at the back, and that could be plus or minus, or could even be 0, so it doesn't matter. Okay, but it has to only have 2 terms, and there's no x term in the middle. So copy that and come across. Okay, so for these particular type, so we're talking only about of the form where there's 2 terms and there's no x. The line of symmetry will always be 0 in the middle. Okay, so for our table of values, the line of symmetry will be x equals 0, and then you just have to make up numbers on either side, and just to make it easy, like obviously the textbook could say x equals whatever, but for us, for the time being, our symmetry will be about 0, and for this particular example, y equals x squared plus 3, it's now just a substitution exercise. But the trick that you can use is you only have to work out the values from this direction, and then we use the symmetry to go backwards. Okay, so when x equals 0, we just get 3. That's the first value. When we chuck 1 squared is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then 2 squared is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. And so once you've got those values of 4 and 7, you just have to put 4 and 7 there, which would be what would happen when you put minus 1 or minus 2 in that position. You'll get the same values, and we're done. So I've got 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I need one more value, 7. And then now it's just a plotting exercise. So 0, 3 is there, 1, 4, minus 1, 4, 2, 7, minus 2, 7. And then just draw your cup, and then just do arrows on either end. And don't forget to label the axes. Okay, so we've got a symmetrical parabola. It's symmetrical about x equals 0 for this type, and so the easiest way is just to do 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, and plug in the values. So copy that and come across when you're ready. Okay, so now we've got another one, but this time we've got a negative x squared. We've only got 2 terms. We don't have an x, so it's going to be symmetrical about 0. So we're just going to do 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. Okay, so when you put 0 in, that disappears, so the answer is 5. And because we know it's that shape, the top is 5, so these numbers here must be less than 5. So let's do our mathematics. Okay, 1 squared is 1. Minus 2 times 1 is minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 squared is 4. 4 2's are 8, so it's minus 8. 5 minus 8. 5 minus 8 is negative 3. So that value there is a positive 3. And then jumps to minus 3. So 2 squared is 4. Minus 2 times 4 is minus 8. 5 minus 8 is minus 3. And then we just put 3 and minus 3, and we're done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the top. Minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2. So 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 3. And we've got to do some negative values. 1, 2, 3. And there. And there. change colors, and just do your arrows. Now later on we'll work out how to find the values there, but not important at this stage. Okay, so copy that. I think we've got one more to go. We don't. That was the last one. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Bye.